My name is Vivien Parsons. I'm a boxer and I'm a coach as well for Afewee Boxing Club, and recently been selected for GB boxing. So I've been boxing since I was 12. I was always like quite an active child. So I used to do judo, I did trampolining, I did gymnastics I think when I was younger as well. But with judo there weren't many other girls in it, so it wasn't very competitive. And this gym literally opened up like 10 minutes down the road. My little brother went first and my mum said, Viv, you've got to do something else, you're going mad at home. Yep. So she sent me down to the gym, like literally loved it straight away, like first session I loved the sport. I mean the main person who's brought me through, apart from like family, would be my coach Bobby, who I've been with since literally day one. Like, took me for almost every spar, every fight I've ever been through, and he's just, I knew he believed in me from day one, and he definitely pushed me way harder than I would have pushed myself, and it's just taken me like all the way. I've had 40 fights now, so it's been racking them up recently. Yeah. There were a lot of challenges coming through, especially when I was younger, because even like with female boxing, it's still growing and growing, and we were only allowed in the Olympics in 2012, so it's been quite slow progress coming through. But there just weren't many girls when I started, so getting a fight was like, oh, the fight's arranged for 3 weeks, or 2 days before it's dropped out. And that just happened and happened and happened. And so it took me 4 years, and I think I'd had 13 fights by the time I was a senior. And I was basically never out of the gym, so it was quite hard keeping the motivation and keeping momentum when you just were never fighting, you were just training. A couple fights that I loved, probably the main one would be when I won the national title last year, because I'd got to the final the year before and I'd lost a really close fight to a girl who then went on to GB and went on to do great things. But I knew last year was my year, and I was fighting a girl who had boxed for England. On paper we were on the same level, but I just had to push it, and to get that win was amazing. So this was a huge national title that I won in 2021. So this was my first fight back after COVID, so I think I'd had like 10 months where I hadn't fought out of the ring. We kept training through COVID, and then I got a straight final actually. There was only one other girl in my group. We went in there and I stopped her in the first round. So it was a successful training camp, and then a few weeks later another one of our boxers went and won an international title with a first round stoppage. So it was a very good couple months for the team. This one was the London title that I won in March, so a couple months ago. So you have to win the regional title before you then go and box in the national stages. And I boxed the same girl I'd beat the year before. And I knew I wanted to do one better, and my coach said, you've got to go out there and stop her this time. We stopped in the second round, and it was really lovely because all my friends and family came down. It was the first time I boxed in London in about a year. It was a really nice moment winning this belt, yeah. This is a big one. So this is a national title. So you box every elite or every open class girl in England enters the championships. So I think I had to box 4 or 5 times to win this title against really good girls. One girl who'd been on GB before, a couple who had boxed for England, and having lost in the final the year before, winning this one for myself and for the team was a massive one. And this one was the first London title, so I won it in 2023. Boxed the same girl I beat a couple months ago. Really tall girl, she was like 6 foot, so I looked so tiny in the ring when I boxed her. And yeah, to win a London title, because as a junior there just aren't enough girls to ever box in London. So to win it as a senior was a nice moment of obviously being sort of in your hometown as well and having people come down. So that's a nice one, another belt. This last one was when I won the GB Three Nations. So if you win the national title, the best girl or boy in England, Scotland and Wales all fight in a championship, in a tournament. So to win this, I beat a Scottish girl and another English girl. So you're best in Britain winning this, which is a lovely one as well. My second time boxing for England, winning this medal. My name is Vivien Parsons. I'm a boxer for Afewee Boxing Club in Brixton, and also for England and GB. and I can be found on Instagram at Vivien Parsons.